High school games on air and video streaming live at RadioPlusInfo.com. That's right. Watch the biggest games live, too. This broadcast is sponsored by the following local partners:
Holman Auto Sales, Generations Lanes, Tower View Villa, Brandon Meats and Sausages, Redeker Dairy, J&J Trucking, FloorQuest, Nolan Insurance Agency, Moraine Park Technical College, Jackson Call Insurance, Taco Bell, Summit Automotive, Cornelli's, Holiday Automotive, Kelly Doyle Family Dentistry, Silica, Flying By You Drone Service, Sorower Dentistry, The Leb Insurance Group, BCI Burke Company, Everson and Gibbs, National Exchange Bank and Trust, Hoppers, Silk Screen and All-Star Trophy, Spectrum Call Center, Anders Auto Parts, Camera Casino, and Optivision.
Good evening and welcome to Laconia High School. Steve Witterhack with you to bring you girls basketball action, a Division III regional final game. The championship game for the regionals here tonight at Laconia High School. And Laconia Spartans 23-0 on the season, ranked number 1 in Division III, taking on the Berlin Indians. The Berlin Indians, the number 4 seeded team in this regional. Taking a look at both teams and how they got there with their games last night. Kind of a slow start for the Laconia Spartans when they took on North Fond du Lac last night. They won 70-34, but didn't do real well offensively. Kind of sluggish to start with in the ball game. And at one time, with about maybe halfway through the first half of play, it was 15-12 in favor of Laconia. North Fond du Lac just kind of hung on. They were getting all the rebounds, giving Laconia one shot, one and done. Numerous times down the court, played a pretty good game, slowed it down like they wanted to, but after that, Laconia just put the screws to them, and that was just putting a tough defense, whether it was man-to-man, full-court pressure, different looks of zone. They just kind of threw a bunch of different things out at them, and after that, the next thing you know, it was about a 10 or 12-point run that the Laconia Spartans had, and after that, they never really looked back, just kept on pouring it on the North Fond du Lac team last night. Kiera Otto with 18 points, 13 scores for the Laconia Spartans yesterday. A lot of players around the 8, 7, 6-point range in there, but didn't matter who they brought on the court. Everybody was scoring out there, even toward the end when they had all the bench players out there. But Kiera Otto again with 18 points and getting a lot of those right at half court, stealing the ball there and taking it to the rack the other way, and she just had a solid performance. Harper Wirtz, also a nice player off the bench. She comes out there and steals a few balls, gets some baskets off from that, and she ended up with 8 points. That's her second highest score. Nobody else in double figures, but Alyssa Dins had kind of a slow start in the first half, only 2 points, had 5 points in the second half. Also, we heard a little bit more out of the other post player, Macy Grotti, in the second half. 2 balls just weren't going in for him in the second half, but it was just kind of fun to watch all the players when they came out there, whether they're a bench player playing kind of their team had the game pretty much well in hand. They still went out there and they were playing just like they were. The other team was in the game yet. Those two teams played hard. A lot of players at the free throw line kind of slowed things up at the end of the ball game. But people like Abby Luzak gets out there, and Coach Chris Morgan. He just mentioned. He said that usually players come up there, they kind of feel things out a little bit, may get an assist in there to run around. Now she gets the ball. First thing she does, launches up a 3 and makes it. And had 2 for 4 from 3-point range. But that's just the mentality of these girls. They're competitors out there, and whether they come into the end of the game, they're not just going to just run the clock down. They want to get out there and make things happen. But it was a fun game to watch. Laconia, again, the dominant, and winning 70-34. Now, on the other hand, the Berlin Indians had a tough road against the Watertown Luther Prep team last night. It was 29-29 at halftime. These two teams played earlier in the season, and Watertown Luther Prep won the game by 10 points, 61-51. But this was just neck and neck the whole way. And then finally, the Berlin comes out on top 52-51. It's an exciting ball game that they played yesterday at Berlin. Emily Klavitter, she had 19 points. Maya Jadarski was 17 points in the game. And again, just a nice solid performance by the Berlin Indians, coached by Joe Brandel. So looking forward to a good game here tonight. The winner of this game will be playing next week, Thursday, in the sectional semifinal against the winner of the Waupun hosting Mayville game. That should be a good game over there. Another matchup between a East Central Conference team, the Waupun Lady Warriors, who've been playing great ball as of late, and the Mayville Cardinals. They have some pretty quality players on their team, so that should be a pretty good ball game. And no matter who comes out of that game, but Laconia wins their game here tonight, it's going to be a familiar opponent. As Laconia has played, of course, Mayville a couple times in conference play and played Waupun early in the season, beat them by about 20 or so in their matchup. I don't know if that was even in December yet when they saw each other last time. So that's going to be an interesting matchup in the sectional semifinal. And looking at Laconia's road the rest of the way, the other teams in the sectional tonight, Kettle Moraine Lutheran is hosting Lake Country Lutheran, and Milwaukee School of Languages is taking on Brookfield Academy in the other half of the sectional. You wouldn't face the teams from that part of the section for the sectional championship. Again, Steve Witterhack with you on RadioPlusInfo.com. We're streaming live here tonight. The stream team is here. I'm here to give you the play-by-play. It's Berlin at Laconia to take on the Spartans in girls regional championship action in Division III. And I'll be back with the starting lineups in the beginning of tonight's game right here on your source for sports and RadioPlusInfo.com.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Holman family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Holman.
Generations Lanes in downtown El Dorado is a proud sponsor of the Laconia girls basketball team in their quest for a gold ball. Open daily at 11 a.m. Great food with a full menu available anytime. More than just bowling, including horseshoe, volleyball, and fishing leagues. Great for anniversary, birthday, and retirement parties. All at great prices. Lower than most around the area. Generations Lanes of downtown El Dorado. Good luck, Laconia, in your game today. Tower View Villa is a proud sponsor of the Laconia ladies in their game today. Tower View Villa Assisted Living is at 401 North Grant Street in Rosendale. Call 872-2550. That's 872-2550. Tower View Villa provides superior quality of life in a safe, secure, warm home-like setting. Tower View Villa is also now hiring CNAs and caregivers. Apply today. Again, they're hiring. Tower View Villa of Rosendale.
Shop these and more great deals at Brandon Meats and Sausages all this week. Their very own award-winning bacon at $5.39 per pound. The lean and tender beef stew meat, perfect this time of the year, for $4.29 per pound. Their very own homemade mock chicken legs, $2.49 per pound. Their spring training starts soon. Ballpark brats at $1.99 per pound. Lemon pepper marinated haddock, it's delicious, at $5.99 per pound. And all varieties of 1 pound Alto cheese, $4.79 each. These and more great deals at Brandon Meats.
Welcome back to Laconia High School. Steve Witterhack with you again to bring you the Regional Division III Championship game. The Laconia Spartans, number 1 in the state in Division III girls basketball. They have been most of the season. They are 23-0 now, taking on the Berlin Indians, who come from the East Central Conference. In that conference, they finished tied for 4th place with Winnicott. Kettle Moraine Lutheran won the conference at 13-1 in the season. Waupun at 10-4. Plymouth at 9-5, who just got smoked the other day by Beaver Dam, which everybody is. I see they smoked Milwaukee Vincent today. They played at 4 o'clock this afternoon against Milwaukee Vincent. The Beaver Dam Golden Beavers in Division II Regional Championship, but I don't think they've lost to a Wisconsin team in the last few years. They are unbelievable, and it's kind of fun to have them just down the road from us and keeping an eye on their team. They had to go out of state to get some competition. Went down to Florida earlier in the season. But let's take a look at the starting lineups for both the teams now. First of all, for the Laconia Spartans, Kiera Otto averaging 16 points a game, 5 steals a game, a 5'9" senior. She's a go-to scorer out there. And she's in the starting lineup. Jen Beatty, also a 5'5" senior, averaging 3.5 points a game, Alyssa Dins in the starting lineup for the Laconia Spartans. She's a 6'2 senior, averaging 10.5 points a game, almost 8 rebounds a game, and 4 assists a game. Haley Renz, a 5'5 sophomore, one of the guards on the starting lineup for the Laconia Spartans, and she averages 8.2 points a game. And Macy Grotti, another one of the post players inside, 9 points a game, 6.5 rebounds a game, and she is a 6'1 senior. Starting lineups now for the Berlin Indians. They'll be starting Maya Jadarski. She is a 5'9 junior, averaging 15.5 points a game. Olivia Bartle, also on the team, 6'1 junior. Cara Block, she's a 5'10 junior, averaging almost 3 points a game. Mari Beltran, she is a 5'7 senior, averaging 9 points a game. Emily Claviter, their big scorer last night against Watertown Luther Prep. She averages 9.3 points a game. She's a 5'9 junior. And Maddie Naparella, she is a 5'11 junior, 6 points a game for her. Starting lineups have been announced here at the game. 3-man crew running to their spots and ready to officiate this game. Not a bad crowd. I know Jeff Thomas, their athletic director, wasn't he thought maybe there should have been more people there last night to follow their undefeated team, and definitely some spaces in the crowd here today again, but it won't be that way next week. They actually get to host. Whoever wins this game will be playing at this gym. Of course, if it's Laconia, they'll be hosting right in their own gym, but it's a preset site for the sectional semifinals. So if they win this game, they'll be playing right here on their home gym against the winner of the Mayville-Waupun game. And the tip is won by Otto, and Laconia will start things out in the ball game. Ball over to Haley Renz, passes it down in the corner. Gets over to Grotti. And back over, kind of looking at about a 2-3 zone or so, and then they end up throwing the ball away. Otto throws over the top of the head of Jen Beatty and out of bounds. So they had a slow start yesterday. It took them a little while. They had a couple deficits early in the first few minutes. And now some full court trapping pressure by Laconia, where they got a lot of their baskets and really turned the momentum of the game up. Ball loose, and Laconia comes up with it. Dins gets up from her knees and throws it to Otto, and Otto cannot get to it. Coming up with it is Maya Jadarski. Kind of a shoddy start for both teams, and finally Berlin gets over on their side of the court. Maddie Naparella has it. Back out on top to Cara Block. Back to Jadarski over on the left side. Top of the key with it is Emily Claviter. Cara Block with it. Back again, the top of the key with it is Mari Beltran. Everybody's handled it so far for the Indians here in the first minute of play, and then a double dribble is called on the Indians, so they didn't even get a shot off yet in the ball game here in the first 56 seconds. No score in the game yet. And you're listening to the game here on RadioPlusInfo.com. I want to thank our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. We're talking about them throughout the game. Renz gets the ball over to Otto, down in the corner with it. Now is Beatty, and looking at a three-point shot, but heading off the dribble, Haley Renz gets cut off, gets it over to Grotti. Back out to Renz on top. Grotti has it down in the corner. Looking for Dins inside, or if they can get her posting up inside, but they're kind of packing it in a little bit, but also mindful of the three-point shots. Long three-pointer up now from Renz. That one is no good. Getting the rebound is Dins. Clears it out, brings it back on the top over to Beatty. Otto gets it back again over to Beatty, just playing a little catch back and forth, and gets it back to Otto. Goes up and kind of forces one, gets the ball partially blocked, and coming up with it, he is Maddie Naparella. So again, just like yesterday, not much scoring in the first few minutes of the game. As a matter of fact, no scoring here in the first almost 2 minutes of the game. Cara Block has it, top of the key, passes right side over to Naparella. In the hands now of Mari Beltran. But a 16-footer up now for Block, and she buries it. First points of the ball game go to the Berlin Indians, leading 2-0. Just a little over 2 minutes into the ball game. Laconia still looking for their first score, having trouble cracking this defense. They'll pass into Dins, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on the Indians. Looks like that one's going to be on Maddie Naparella. Just the first foul of the game for either team. And Laconia now with the ball. Back out to Otto on top, and she ends up shuffling both her feet before she puts it on the floor over by the three-point line. And another turnover for Laconia. They'll get you sooner or later. They'll start putting that pressure on. They'll get some of those turnovers and baskets off the defense. But right now, nothing yet for Laconia. Almost 2.5 minutes into the ball game. Block gets it, gives the ball up over to Mari Beltran. He goes to Darsky with it, and back to Beltran again. Dribbles back over to her left along the sideline in front of the Laconia bench along the baseline. And almost out of bounds, but the ball gets taken away by Otto, and then it gets taken right back by Mari Beltran. Takes it right out of Otto's hand. She was getting ready to throw it down the court. Ball passed inside now to Block facing Dins. Now the person you want to try to shoot a ball against. Ball taken away, and here comes Laconia's first points. A little lay-in on a steal by Kiera Otto. And now finally Laconia on the board, tied it up at 2 apiece, a little over 3 minutes into the ball game. The Indians with the basketball, again facing that full court pressure. Naparello does finally get the ball up over to Beltran, has it along the left side, cross-court pass in the hands of Klaviter. Now to Jadarski, top of the key, gives it up again over to Beltran. And right now Laconia also kind of a 2-3 zone. Ball knocked away by Dins, and coming up with it, going the other way, is Haley Renz. Gets cut off, back out on top. Ball over to Kiera Otto along the right side, staying out on the perimeter. Roddy passes down into Beatty, and then inside to Dins. Misses the shot, but clears it out. Otto with a three-point shot, misses badly. Way too strong on that shot. We're still tied at 2 apiece with 14-14 counting down in the first half of play. And the Indians go right to the rack. Nice drive from the left side of the lane to the right side, and scooping it up there is Emily Klaviter, getting her first points and gives Berlin the lead at 4-2. It's eerily similar to last night in that game against North Fond du Lac for Laconia. Ball knocked loose, then goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it is Laconia basketball. Nice defense there by Maddie Naparella, jumping the passing lane and knocking it out of bounds. And coming in for Laconia, Harper Wirtz, I should say. Harper Wirtz comes on the court. She had a great game yesterday when she came in. She made things happen when she gets out there. She is a Wirtz. They get brought up in the gym. Dins gets it and tried it over Wirtz that was coming in along the left baseline, but it goes off her fingertips and out of bounds. And it's back to Berlin basketball. Berlin's got to be happy with the way things are going so far. Still the lead is 4-2, and then a little bit too aggressive defense underneath the basket, and looks like it would be a Laconia foul. They're going to call that one Kiera Otto, and she's going to pick up her first foul, the team's first. 4-2 the lead yet for Berlin. They got to go through the gauntlet of trying to get the ball over half court. That's their main concern. They've been doing not bad once they do get it over there, and they do break the press. Sternitsky in the lineup now. Jenna Sternitsky, a 5'8" sophomore, to help him break that press. Down in the corner to Block, back to Sternitsky, top of the key with it. And trying to get it over to Block. She has it near half court to set things up again for the Berlin Indians. Naparella has it in the lane with it. Now is Emily Klaviter, but gives it up over to Sternitsky. She goes in and she gets fouled on her way to the basket. And she's going to get a chance to make a few points at the free throw line. Going to call that one on Alyssa Dins. That is her first, the team's second. And to the free throw line to shoot 2 will be Jenna Sternitsky. Looking for her first points of the ball game. Came early off the bench for the Berlin Indians. A little too strong on the first free throw. And we should be getting you some updates throughout this game. We have some people over there watching the Waupun Warrior game. Lady Warriors against Mayville over at Waupun. The winner of that game plays the winner of this game in the sectional semifinal right here in this gym coming up next week, Thursday. Next free throw is good for Sternitsky. Gets her first point of the ball game and puts Berlin up 5-2. Laconia having trouble finding their offense here early in the ball game. 5 minutes into the game, only with 2 points. Otto has it near top of the key. Finds a lane to the basket, goes up and gets it blocked by Block. Block to the block, and then the putback shot, no good. Block gets the rebound, bringing it up along the right sideline. And she just kind of runs right into the defender that had cut off her lane along the right sideline. Otto giving chase, and Wirtz cutting that off and nowhere to go. And she has her hands up, but that's an obvious offensive foul. That's her fault. Ran over Wirtz, who just cut off her lane heading up the court. She was standing there for a while. So Block gets the foul. That is her first, and that is the team's second. Berlin leading 5-2. You're watching this and listening to this game on RadioPlusInfo.com. We have the stream team here. Keeping an eye on Laconia the rest of their postseason travels. Which hopefully doesn't end tonight, but I've seen those guys before. Ball gets blocked again. Blocked with another block. And that time blocking Wirtz's shot. And coming up with it is Maya Jadarski. Gives the ball over to Mari Beltran, and back again to Jadarski near half court. Well, just kind of waiting to maybe trap you over in the corners. whether it's by half court or down along the baseline. Block has it, trying to dribble out of trouble, and finally just throws it off the leg of Wirtz. Off of Wirtz's leg, and it'll be Berlin basketball. Sometimes nothing else to do than just throw it off the leg of the defender when that's definitely the strength of the Laconia team that I've seen so far. I haven't seen them play yet this year, but I know they're 23-0 and a lot of points off their defense. That one misses, but Block gets the rebound, put back no good, and getting the rebound, he is Grotti. Pushes the ball up now over to Renz, and down underneath the basket. They missed the shot inside into Wirtz. And Berlin comes up with a rebound, one and done for Laconia down on their end. Claviter gets cut off along the right side, back on top, over to Beltran, gets it taken away by Otto going along the left side. And scoops it up, puts it in, and makes the shot, gets fouled. Kiera Otto with a basket. All the Laconia points so far, and she's going to try to extend it to a tie ball game at the free throw line. That's kind of what gets them going, is that defense. They get some easy baskets off from that, and Otto race to the basket, gets it to go, gets fouled, and tries to complete the three-point play. It's on its way. A little strong off the backboard, and good for Kiera Otto. Missed so badly that it went right in. We are tied at 5 apiece. A couple players checking in now for the Berlin Indians. Maddie Naparella is coming in, along with Natalie Nigber. 5'9" junior getting her first action of the ball game. Coming in for Laconia, he is Lexi Smith. She's a 5'6" sophomore getting her first action. Again, just trying to lead him into a little double team near half court along the sideline, and causing a little disruption, a little chaos out there. Serditsky can't get the ball and somehow gets it back. Tony almost came up with the steal. Free throw line ball is taken away again, this time by Smith coming up with it and gives it up to Dins, leading the charge now. Passes it down to Wirtz, back out on top with it is Smith. Launches a three-point shot off the front of the rim, no good. Long rebound, and that is chased down but knocked away. Coming up with it are the Laconia Spartans. Roddy with it, gets it inside. Nice look inside to Smith, who just came in and found a crease. And putting it in for her first points, Lexi Smith, the sophomore. Nice job moving without the ball to find that open lane. Roddy knocks the ball out, and again, that's got the coaches going out there pumping their fists. They live and die by that defense, and they've been pretty solid all year long, and right now causing a lot of chaos to Berlin. And right now the Laconia Spartans finally with a lead, 7-5. 10.5 minutes left and counting down in the first half. Indians with the basketball. And just kind of hard to try to run anything when they got that in-your-face defense. And it's going to go over and back. Maya Jadarski just grabs it. And now a timeout taken. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more girls basketball on RadioPlusInfo.com.
Redeker Dairy Equipment of Brandon is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Redeker Dairy is the farmer's place to shop for De La Valle and Germani milking equipment and livestock systems. Carrying a variety of agromatic equipment, they can supply you with the best. Call 346-5576, 346-5576 for Redeker Dairy Equipment of Brandon. They're happy to sponsor Laconia Athletics and wish the team well in their game today.
Welcome back to Laconia High School, and right now Laconia really turning up the intensity on defense, which is creating some havoc for the Berlin players. They've only got 5 points in the game. Laconia just going to get starting going right now and kind of feeding off that defense, leading 7-5, their first lead of the ball game. Grotti has it down in the corner. Good for someone to get it to. Smith passes the ball back out on top. Three-pointer away now from Renz, and that is good. And here we go. Laconia, fasten your seatbelts. Starting a little run now, up by 5, 10-5. Really playing off that defense. Berlin can't get anything comfortable here. Naparella has it, passes it down in the corner, gets it over to Olivia Bartle in the game now, and a shot just inside three-point range by Emily Claviter, gets her 4th point of the game. Don't have much time. You got to get that shot off when you got that little opportunity. Grotti again with it for Laconia down in the corner, back over to Renz. You look down along the baseline to Wirtz. And Smith has it up on top, gives up her dribble back to Wirtz back in the left corner. And Smith's going to lob it over to Renz, staying out on the perimeter. Look inside, here goes Wirtz inside, right to the rack with it. Good patience there by Laconia. And finally going hard to the rack with it. She saw a little crease in there and takes it is Harper Wirtz with the basket. 12-7 now, and again a travel called on Jadarski. Don't know what to do with all that pressure, and that's really causing a lot of trouble for the Berlin Indians. Jadarski, one of their best players, gets called for a travel just before half court. And Laconia back with the basketball. And this is kind of how it started yesterday. Started getting some points off the defense. Didn't let North Fond du Lac have an opportunity at all to get some good looks at the basket. And then they just took off from there, and that's what's starting to happen right now. Kick ball by Berlin. Remain Laconia basketball. 9:05 left in the first half. 12-7 the lead for the Laconia Spartans. Definitely want to host their own sectional semifinal coming up next week Thursday right here in this gym against the winner of the Mayville against Waupun game being played at Waupun High School today. Otto, little look inside. Little power dribble by Wirtz. Gets knocked to the ground by Olivia Bartle, and Harper Wirtz will be going to the free throw line to shoot a pair now for Laconia. She's got 2 points so far in the game. Her first trip to the free throw line. 8:52 left in the first half. First free throw from Wirtz, a little too strong. So before her grandpa Lance sitting on the bench, an assistant coach. If you're a Wirtz, you definitely got brought up in the gym playing some basketball. And I'm sure Harper did too. Next free throw, that one misses wide right, but normally they're pretty good free throw shooters. Misses both of those. 12-7 the lead for Laconia, again with that trapping defense. Ball up in the air off the hands of Beltran, goes back forward, and then gets knocked out of bounds by Dins. She's a great defender out there. She just gets her hand in every passing lane. Had a lot of steals yesterday in the ball game against North Fond du Lac. Be sure to look at her website, radioplusinfo.com, and he tries to throw it off from Dins' foot, does Bartle, but ends up controlling the ball on that, and Laconia comes up with it. Kiera Otto with it, and a little action be away from the basketball. It was underneath the basket. And it looks like you're going to call a foul on Alyssa Dins. A little jockeying for position. She's going to come out now. And she has got her second foul with 8:33 left in the first half of play. So Alyssa will sit down and protect herself from picking up that third foul before halftime. Berlin Indians now bringing it up, and kind of backed off a little bit on defense that time. Let them get her over half court. Long three up, and that misses everything in the shot by Beltran. And ball loose, and coming up with it. Yeah, Berlin gets the ball back. Otto tried to get it before it went out of bounds. Right in front of the Laconia student section, it will be Berlin basketball. And a couple of battles here in the sectional between East Central Conference teams and flyaway teams. This one with Berlin out of the ECC and Spartans champions of the flyaway conference. And in the other half of this part of the sectional, Waupun out of the ECC taking on flyways Mayville, the Cardinals. Long three, no good by Jadarski. Chasing it down now is Renz. Passes the ball up and back in Renz' hands again. Wirtz gets it back over to Renz. Looks inside into Grotti. Goes in strong with the right hand and puts it up with a little half hook shot. And good for Macy Grotti. Her first points of the ball game. 7:40 and counting down in the first half. Laconia leading 14-7. And a long shot up by Nigber. That one over a shot and rebound on the weak side. Good by Maddie Naparella. And then she gets fouled on the shot, so she's going to go to the free throw line to shoot one. And that one just missed everything, and the rebounders from Laconia not quite ready for it to miss everything. Naparella there picked it up and got the shot. Wirtz is going to sit down now for the Laconia Spartans, and coming in is Jen Beatty. Again, Maddie Naparella up the free throw line. It kind of looked like an Ethan Happ free throw on that one. Missed so badly. And so she's still got 2 points so far in the ball game after that putback shot. Kiera Otto with it, gets it over to Renz. And back over to Otto along the perimeter. Renz again just kind of going back and forth, playing catch. Back to Renz over along the left side. So going against that zone being put on by the Indians. We only have 14 points so far, and we're 11 minutes into the ball game. Renz passes the ball down to the corner. Smith will launch one, and a little too strong, and then Grotti was going to knock it out of bounds and try to clear it out of there, but then one of the Berlin players comes in and touches it, Natalie Nigber, and she's standing out of bounds. So Laconia Spartans will inbound on their baseline. And ball cleared out of there. Coming up with the Berlin Indians, Mari Beltran has it. Got a update from the Waupun game, and with 6:03 left in the first half, Waupun leading Mayville by a score 24-10. Nice hit there by the Waupun Warriors. A shot right by the free throw line, up by Naparella. That is no good. Ball is loose. Coming up with it now is Renz. Pushes it up to Grotti. And she'll get it back to Renz. And just gets herself set. 3-point shot on the way. No good. A little bit short. Naparella gets the rebound. And Berlin with the ball now, trailing by 5, 14-9. Now Waupun taking care of business, it looks like, over in Waupun against Mayville. This one a little too strong in the shot by Negber from the left side, but chased down to the corner by Berlin. Cleared out back to Naparella out near half court. Otto right on her in case she has any slip in there with the ball. She'll take it the other way. Mari Beltran has it back over to Naparella. Kind of a weak pass, 2 bounces on it, almost picked off by the Spartans. Ball passed down in the corner into Negber. Double teamed and getting cut off with Slavita inside. So a long shot in front of the rim, no good. And that's going to be Laconia basketball, and a long 3-point shot by Naparella. Out the front of the rim, shot off towards the Laconia bench and out of bounds. Here, Otto's going to take a little bit of a break right now for the Laconia Spartans. 14-9, still not out of the woods. Looked like they were really going to go on a big run and get a little gap between them and Berlin, but still not really getting any kind of offensive flow so far in the ball game. Renz has it, gets it back over to Wirtz along the right side. A little contact on that, comes up short on her shot, rebounded to Grotti, and she tries to put it back but gets fouled on the shot. And going to the free throw line to shoot a pair will be Macy Grotti. Her first trip to the free throw line. She's got 2 points in the game so far. 14-9 the lead with 5:21 left in the first half. Laconia out on top of the Berlin Indians. First free throw good for Macy. Naparella is going to sit down, and Olivia Bartle checks in for the Berlin Indians. Another free throw for Macy Grotti. And that is also good. Good looking form. Great rotation on the ball and puts them both in. 16-9 now the lead for Laconia. Keeping up that full court pressure. They do get it over half court. Little look inside into Bartle. Turns around, comes up short on her shot. Can't miss when you get opportunities like that. Getting the rebound was Lexi Smith. Pushes it down in the corner over to Jen Beatty. Back on top to Grotti and back in the hands of Smith. Renz has it, gets it over to Beatty, and down in the corner with it is Lexi Smith. Little lob pass inside into Grotti, trying to get herself positioned. And she's going to get fouled on her shot attempt inside. Whether they're going to call that on the floor or a shot. Looks like she's getting set at the free throw line. And she's all set up to shoot a couple more free throws. Like her chances at the free throws she had the last couple. Went right in for her. They look good. Good form and everything. Like I said, they look good about her free throws. And that one a little bit too strong. I kind of jinxed her a little bit. 4:51 left in the first half. Laconia leading 16-9 against their ECC opponent, the Berlin Indians. And next one also no good for Grotti. Getting the rebound is Bartle. Hands the ball off over to Klaviter. Klaviter having trouble with it, did chase it down. Jenna Sternitsky back in the ball game again for the Berlin Indians with the ball dribbling off to her left inside the top of the key. Gets taken away. Heading the other way is Jen Beatty, followed by a couple Indians. Gets blocked from behind by Klaviter, and then looks like a reach-in foul after that, possibly by Jen Beatty after she got the shot blocked. Call that one on Harper Wirtz, reaching in after that block shot. Berlin again looking to face the gauntlet of the defense of Laconia Spartans. 16-9 the lead for the Spartans. Judarski has it, trying to gave up her dribble right away. Had a double team on her, so had to give it away. And then 10-second call. They didn't even get close to getting over half court. And Laconia just ready to steal it. Wirtz had it. She was going to go to the basket with it, but a 10-second call called on the Berlin Indians. So again, defense coming up big for the Spartans. 4:15 and counting down in the first half. 16-9 the lead for Laconia. Jen Beatty has it, then a foul again away from the ball. Looks like this is going to be on Laconia as they're heading down the other way. The 6th team foul on the Laconia Spartans. They call that one on Macy Grotti, picking up the foul away from where the basketball was, kind of jockeying for position inside. Chris Morgan questioning the official. He's getting an explanation exactly what happened, and he nodded, said, okay, I can deal with that. Just the first foul on Macy. Jadarski getting it near half court, but they finally do get it over. A dribble of Mari Beltran, but she's in trouble now, and ball gets knocked away, but coming up with it is Beltran. Passes to Jadarski over on the right side, stays out on the perimeter. Jadarski has it near half court, guarded by Renz. And back over to Mari Beltran. Here goes Klefeter by the free throw line. Ball is knocked loose, and coming up with it are the Spartans. Wirtz comes up with it. He gets over to Grotti, who probably wants to get it to a guard right now to bring it up, but she's bringing slowly up the court and trying to find one of the ball handlers out there. Does get over to Haley Renz. Still facing that defense, that Berlin, the zone defense that they're putting on him right now, which really has kept the scoring opportunities down for the Laconia Spartans. They rely more on getting some good defense and a turnover and head the other way in transition. Ball passed into Grotti inside, goes strong to the rack, finishes, gets fouled. 2 points for Macy Grotti. And she's going to try to make it 3 at the free throw line. Nice little feed inside to find Grotti inside, just inside the free throw line, and she knew what to do with it. Just went hard to the rack with the right hand, finished, and got fouled. And we may have a technical foul possibly called on Joe Brandel, the head coach for the Berlin Indians. I'm not sure, but I can look back at him. He seemed a little surprised, so they kind of get the referee that called that to him, but it's called for, well, maybe not, maybe just a warning over there. Warning him on his language or whatever. The free throw good by Grotti. Completes a 3-point play. And Wirtz is going to get called for a little reach and poke the ball out of the hands of Mari Beltran, but caught some arm. And she's going to pick up a foul. She's an aggressive player out there. She's not going to back down from anybody, but that is just her second foul. She had a few steals also in the ball game, but that is foul number 7 on Laconia. And it's bonus time to the free throw line to shoot the front end of a bonus, Mari Beltran. Her first trip to the line. She's a 57% free throw shooter. This free throw is up, and it is good for Beltran. Earns herself another free throw. Waupun leading 28-13 in the first half over at Waupun High School against Mayville, taking it to the Cardinals. Next one back of the rim, no good. Grotti gets the rebound, and she'll bring it up the other way now for Laconia. Gives it up to one of the guards. Jen Beatty brings it over half court. I don't know, 1-3-1 zone as they're putting on him right now. Causing, like I said, a little trouble with Laconia. Only with 19 points so far in the first half, but they do have their defense is preventing Berlin from scoring. They're leading 19-10, but a reach-in foul now on the Berlin Indians. And Haley Renz at the free throw line to shoot the bonus free throw. Wirtz is going to sit down now, and coming in for her is Brooke Smith, 5'6" senior, getting her first action of the night. Wirtz's free throw, that one hits the front of the rim and crawls in for Harper Wirtz, or I should say for Renz. And she'll get another free throw. She's got 4 points in the game so far. 2:49 left, a 20-10 lead for Laconia. Talking to Chris Morgan yesterday before the game against North Fond du Lac, he said, we really do, the next one rattles out no good. We really do have to have a consistently good defense, which they have. They'll challenge every pass inside. Little look inside to Blanco. I haven't seen her in for a while. She does get the ball back, but gets it taken right out of her hands on the shot by Grotti. Way taller, way longer, and she comes up with the ball on a steal. So Laconia with it. Renz has it. We're down to under 2.5 and counting down in the first half. Grotti has it here near half court, and just gonna let some clock run out. You got a 10-point lead. They gotta get forced to come out of that packed-in zone. And Renz tries to split a couple defenders, almost loses the ball, and Chris Morgan not happy with his squad. And we're going to take a 30-second timeout. Be back with more girls basketball right after this on RadioPlusInfo.com.
Good luck, ladies, from J&J Trucking of Brandon. They're proud sponsors of high school sports, milk transport and farm pickup, drop decks, flatbeds, and vans, and more. Need a delivery? J&J Trucking will take care of you. J&J Trucking of Brandon. Call 920-346-2367. 920-346-2367. Locally owned and operated by John and Judy Hutter.
Yeah, timeout done. Back to action here. Central Well and Pump Services of Brandon, one of our sponsors, been providing outstanding well inspections, installations, repairs, and more for the area counties for over 30 years. Their pump installers have a combined 50 years of experience. Call Central Well and Pump Services to set up a free estimate on their pump installation at 920-346-5114. Count on their knowledgeable technicians to provide 24/7 services, even on the weekends and holidays. Central Well and Pump Services is a proud sponsor of Laconia Athletics and wish the Spartans good luck in the postseason. Renz with the basketball, gives it over to Grotti, gets it right back near half court, just running some clock off. You're up by 10. Berlin's the one that's got to kind of force the issue now with a 10-point deficit here against the Laconia Spartans. Grotti has it along the right sideline. Down to 1:30 left in the first half. Long time to try to have to hold the ball, but just trying to look for maybe a nice pass inside as they spread out their defense a little bit up more towards half court. A couple defenders out of there. Good job by Renz to split him, but gets it back out over to Grotti again along the sideline and near half court. 1:15 left in the first half of play. Waupun Lady Warriors leading Mayville by a score of 33-15 at halftime over at Waupun High School. Winner of that ball game will be right here playing at Laconia High School against the winner of this game. Coming up next week, Thursday at 7 o'clock. We'll have that game for you no matter what. Probably on FM 103.3 and 93.7 FM. We'll see. We'll sort those things out. We leave those decisions up to Nick Rush, our station manager. He makes all those big sports decisions. I just show up where he tells me to go. Laconia just running some more clock off, down to 35 seconds left and counting down. Beatty passes the ball over to Grotti, over the left side over to Renz. Just playing a little catch again with three players out on the perimeter. Yeah, time to buckle down now, down to 22 seconds left. Everybody anticipates what's going to happen here. You have to go for a basket sooner or later. We're down to 15 seconds left. Smith gets the ball over to Brooke Smith. Grotti passes it down. Three-pointer on the way now for Renz, and that one rims out no good. Getting the rebound is Maddie Naparella. Still 3 seconds left. It'll be about a 30-foot shot up, and that one's no good by Beltran at the buzzer. And your halftime score is Laconia leading Berlin by a score of 10-20. Your halftime score, or 20-10 if you prefer the lead score up first. And I'll be back coming your way in just 4 minutes with more girls basketball action on RadioPlusInfo.com.
Quality service savings every day. That's what you've come to expect from us at FloorQuest, your flooring and cabinetry destination. We've always provided the best quality flooring and cabinetry for your home, and now our inspired cabinetry and flooring products are doing that more than ever before. Get inspired today and save. In stock, expanded selection, everyday low pricing, along with interior design help and professional installation means the best is in store for you at FloorQuest, Washburn Street in Oshkosh, Rolling Meadows Drive, Fond du Lac.
Nolan Insurance of Brandon is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Nolan Insurance is committed to finding you the best insurance coverage at the most competitive rates. Whether it's home, auto, business, farm, crop, health, or life insurance, Nolan Insurance Agency has complete coverage and the personalized service you deserve. Nolan Insurance, 112 East Main Street, Brandon. Good luck, Laconia, and go Spartans.
Good luck to all area sports teams this season from Anders Auto Parts of Fond du Lac. When you're looking for quality paint and parts, Anders Auto Parts is the place to go. Anders Auto Parts has been serving the automotive paint and parts market since 1956. Anders features PPG automotive and industrial paints, quality name brand auto parts, and an experienced, knowledgeable staff ready to assist you. Anders is located at 16 West Sibley Street, just off of North Main Street. Call Anders first at 922-3390. Good luck to all area teams from Anders Auto Parts.
Come and grow with Burke. We are a company on the move and are looking for great people that want to grow with us. Hi, I'm Mike Phelan, President and CEO at Burke, a local company that creates quality and innovative playground equipment. Our team maintains a culture of enthusiasm, innovation, and customer service. We are currently looking for full-time first and third shift manufacturing employees. Burke offers a competitive wage and benefits package, on-the-job training, and a signing bonus. Learn more about our open positions at bciburke.com. That's bciburke.com.
Hey Andy, what you up to? I just got some sweet photos of Saturn's rings with my new DSLR. Oh yeah? I'm going to Mars to get some new pictures for my walls. Stellar.
Wherever your vacation may take you, Camera Casino's got you covered. The latest digital technology, professional lenses for rent, fun accessories to improve your images, and professional photo finishing. For an out-of-this-world experience, come to Camera Casino on Main Street in downtown Oshkosh.
Dr. Kathy Doyle and her team realize that teamwork is the key to success. From the team at Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry, call 907-1400. That's 907-1400.
Everson and Gibbs LLC attorneys at law provide you with all your legal needs, from corporate, business planning, personal injury, estate planning, and family law. Contact Everson and Gibbs today at 920-922-7113 for all your legal needs.
See the world from a different point of view with Fly-In By Drone Service. Rick Schultz is certified by the FAA to get aerial video and still shots of anything from agriculture to car dealerships, real estate to weddings. Rick promises amazing photography and video from Fly-In By Drone Service that will amaze and inspire you. They are also one of the first drone services to offer thermal imaging. See the world from a different point of view with Fly-In By Drone Service. Call Rick Schultz at 920-539-7001.
Welcome back to Laconia High School. Not a lot of high-powered action if you want offense here, but defensively, Laconia, man, they are just locked down defenders out there, cause a lot of chaos and confusion out there with the Berlin Indians, and they come up with a lot of points off from those steals from the Berlin Indians, not giving them many looks inside or at the basket at all in that first half, and that's why they are leading only with 20 points in the first half, but they only allowed 10 points to the Berlin Indians. Let's take a look at scoring in the first half. 7 points for Macy Grotti, coming up big for the Spartans in that first half. Also, and that's with Alyssa Dins having to sit down quite a bit of the last maybe 4 or 5 minutes of the first half, nursing those 2 fouls that she had. And she didn't have any points in the first half, and that's your second leading scorer. 5 points only for Kiera Otto. 4 points for Haley Renz. 2 points apiece for Lexi Smith and for Harper Wirtz. Laconia was 5 for 10 from the free throw line. For the Berlin Indians, with only 10 points, not hard to do their scoring. 4 points for Emily Klavitter. That is their scoring leader. 2 points apiece for Maddie Naparella and for Kara Block. And 1 point each for Mari Beltran and for Jenna Sternitsky. So not much to talk about Berlin offensively. They were 2 for 5 from the free throw line. So we'll see Berlin again. They're just not able to handle the intense pressure by the Laconia Spartans in that first half. And that's what they've kind of lived and died on, to be 23-0 on the season. Laconia Spartans just being rock solid defensively. They just take away every dribbling avenue, all the passing lanes, and just don't give you any looks inside, not many. And if you do get one, you better take that opportunity, because that's might be the last one you're going to get in the entire game. So a good defensive first half for Laconia, and doing what they have to do to get a 10-point lead, leading 20-10 at halftime. Other scores that I have out there that have something to do with this game, of course, the Waupun Warriors at home, and they're taken to the Mayville Cardinals by a score of 33-15. That's your halftime score at Waupun High School. Waupun leading, again, the Mayville Cardinals 33-15, looking to really want to set up that matchup again with Laconia Spartans. A great rivalry between the two teams. They really took it to Waupun back early in the season, and that should be a good game. It'll be right here next week if both these teams hold on and win their ball games. In Division 5 basketball, it's the Randolph Lady Rockets. They're in their regional championship, and they're playing Argyle at Randolph High School today. Argyle knocked off the Central Wisconsin Christian Crusaders in their ball game last night, and right now Randolph out on top 34-28 at halftime in that ball game. Got some other great teams we're going to be watching around the area. Boys basketball, of course, the Waupun Warriors. We're going to keep an eye on them within the Radio Plus family. And they are the number 2 ranked team in the state, and they'll be playing coming up next week, Friday. Be keeping an eye on the Randolph Rockets boys team. They are undefeated, 22-0 on the season in Division 5 basketball. So that will be fun to watch them. I think we're going to be doing the Central Wisconsin Christian School boys team as they play over at Monticello coming up on Tuesday. And also keeping an eye on Laconia, who could be Waupun's first opponent. They play a game on the first day and next week Tuesday. And if they win that game, it'll be Waupun taking on Laconia at Waupun High School in a regional semifinal next week Friday. So a lot of good teams around the area, and we'll be watching them right here on our radio stations. Again, your halftime score, Laconia leading 20-10 over Berlin, and we'll be back in just 2.5 minutes with the second half of action on RadioPlusInfo.com.
You know, I think the customer experience is really what drives me, and it drives our team.
Buying a car or servicing a vehicle can sometimes be intimidating. That isn't the case here at Holiday.
People can go anywhere and buy a car, but it's what we give them and what we offer them that keeps them loyal.
Get in on the excitement and savings during the auto show sale on now.
Come see us and discover the difference.
Holiday Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
Team on top of the game for screen printing, custom awards, signage, and embroidery is Hoppers. Hoppers Silk Screen and All-Star Trophy, located in the heart of Fond du Lac, can custom print to 1 shirt or 1,000. Pick from Under Armour, Gildan, Nike, and more. Choose your school for a custom one-of-a-kind look. Need banners, signage, or vehicle wrap? The team at Hoppers does it all. Hoppers Silk Screen and All-Star Trophy at the corner of Main and Merrill, Fond du Lac. Get more now at hopperware.com. That's hopperware.com.
We're proud to be part of life's special milestones. National Exchange Bank and Trust is a locally owned independent bank with big bank abilities
and convenience for all our customers in the form of competitive market-driven banking products and solutions. Greater access with more locations and ATMs across southeastern Wisconsin. And quality customer care from familiar faces and friendly voices that you've come to know and trust.
National Exchange Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Dr. Dudley, Dr. Clark, and Dr. Don City of Optivision Eye Care are experts in cataract surgery, and they have 2 very important recommendations for you. First, choose the Symphony Lens Implant for sharp, colorful vision in all 3 zones, near, far, and in between. Secondly, upgrade to a laser cataract procedure for an even higher level of safety and precision. Schedule your cataract appointment with Dr. Dudley, Dr. Don City, or Dr. Clark today. Call Optivision at 1-800-20-HAPPY for the best in cataract surgery.
And Steve Witterhack with you back at Laconia High School on RadioPlusInfo.com. Ready for the second half of action. The Spartans leading by a score of 20-10. Those other halftime scores that I had, the Waupun Lady Warriors leading Mayville at halftime in their game at Waupun Area Junior Senior High School 33-15. Looking for an opportunity to maybe get a little revenge against the Laconia Spartans. That'll be a great game if those 2 teams hang on and win their ball games right here in this gym next week, Thursday. And in Division 5, it is the Randolph Lady Rockets leading 34-28 over Argyle in their ball game in the regional championship. So good luck to both the Waupun Warriors and the Randolph Lady Rockets. Bad pass by Jadarski trying to find her teammate Mari Beltran. Throw it right at her feet and can't get it down there, and a sharp pass too close to her. And Laconia will get the ball, and I see Alyssa Dins back on the court again for Laconia. Also Harper Wirtz out there for Macy Grotti. And a 3-pointer up now for Laconia's number 22, Haley Renz. No good. And a putback by Wirtz coming in and grabbing the rebound, putting it back up for her 4th point of the game. More about 3/4 court defense being applied again by the Laconia Spartans. But Berlin, after a lot of passes, finally do get it over half court. Only got called for 1 10-second call last half, but they did lose some balls over on the forecourt. A 15-footer from the left side, and that's a nice shot off the dribble by Mari Beltran, getting her third point of the game. One dribble off to her left and pops it up from 15 feet in and gets it to go. 22-12 the lead now for Laconia. Dins has it, gets it inside to Macy Grotti. Nice feed inside, but she can't quite get it to go. Gets her own rebound and clears it back out to Dins out on top. Has it by top of the key, back over to Renz. Back over to Alyssa Dins. Not by the three-point line, but down in the corner, and a pass back out on top. Grotti has it. Kind of keeping an eye on wherever Kiara Otto goes, and a miss by Grotti comes up short, and then poked out of bounds by the Indians. It'll remain Laconia basketball. Ball inbounded into Kiara Otto, getting her first touch. Back in the corner over to Renz. A little head fake. Penetrates, but gets cut off on her way to the basket. Otto in the lane with it, a little kind of a wild shot, out of control. Scoop shot, 5 feet up, misses everything. Catches the backboard, that's about it. And Berlin comes up with a rebound, taking it the other way. Judarski has it near half court to set things up for the Berlin Indians. And a bad pass attempt. Otto comes in and kind of breaks up the pass, but then it goes off her hands and goes out of bounds on the end line. So Berlin will get the ball back. Very ill-advised pass there by Naparella. They're lucky to have the ball yet. And a look inside, and a nice strong shot inside by Emily Klaviter, with the basket getting her 6th point, but a nice hard shot there with her left hand. Gets it to go. Renz has it, looks underneath the basket over to Otto. Turnaround 3-footer, a little bit short. Weak side rebound in the hands now of Mari Beltran. Indians looking a little bit more competitive here in this second half of play. They're within 8 and with the basketball. 22-14 the lead for the Laconia Spartans. Ball passed out on top over to Mari Beltran. Goes along the left side. Back down to the corner, shot by Klaviter. Misses off the rim and chased down and saved. Nice hustle by Judarski to get the ball over to Block. And Judarski has it again, dribbling off to her right. Block has it in the corner and then throws it right in the hands of Kiara Otto in the passing lane, and she takes it the other way. Goes up with the right hand. No one steps in front of her, and Kiara Otto with her 7th point. Easy little lay-in on the right side. Back up by 10 are the Laconia Spartans. Beltran has it, crosses half court. Always looks chaotic, however they get it over half court. Ball passing to Block inside. She gets Block, gets the ball back, shoots it again, misses, gets it again, misses again. And finally the 4th time's a charm as she puts it up, puts it in, and gets fouled. Carol Block, nice job just getting the ball back. Got blocked a couple times, came up short on a shot once. Finally on the 4th attempt, gets it to go up and in and gets fouled. So Block at the free throw line to shoot one. Free throw a little strong, but off the backboard and in. The second time we've seen that in the ball game on that same basket. Kiara Otto did that back in the first half for her only free throw. Just like that, Berlin kind of hanging around, only down by 7. And a timeout is called by Chris Morgan. Not happy with his troops right now. And a little discussion, and we are going to take a timeout and come back in a minute with more girls basketball action on RadioPlusInfo.com.
Hi everyone, I'm Josh Schneider with Silica for Your Home. We get innovative products in every day at Silica. I think one of the coolest things we have right now is something we don't even sell, our new digital price tags. We know you're busy, so these tags do the shopping for you. They search the internet twice a day, and if they find a product at a lower price, it automatically changes the Silica price. Shop Silica for the best sales, service, and pricing every day. So come on in and check them out. We hope to see you soon.
Like you'd be watching any game on TV, it's high definition, and it's really good quality. And we're back at Laconia High School. Timeout taken by Chris Morgan. Not happy with his team right now, letting the Berlin Indians get back in the ball game. They were up at 10 at halftime, and now just a 7-point lead, 24-17 the lead for Laconia with 14:46 left here in the ball game. And trying to get some updates whenever I can from my spotters out there in the other ball games here tonight. Maybe from the Randolph game that's going on, 34-28. Of course, that was the halftime score of that Randolph against Argyle game. Some of the parents from that team that are sending me some updates on that game. And the Waupun Lady Warriors at halftime, 33-15 over Mayville. Winner of that ball game takes on the winner of this game coming up right here in this gym coming up next week. And then, boy, very uncharacteristic performance right now by the Laconia Spartans. Renz just tosses it right past Dins out of bounds, not anywhere near Dins, and straight out of bounds, and it is Berlin basketball. So not the usual well-oiled machine, and then but this is the defense that always takes care of business for Laconia, and Wirtz gets the steal at half court, takes it all the way the other way for a basket for Laconia Spartans. Now with 6 points in the game, another steal. Otto comes up with it, finds Wirtz all alone, and just like that, defense turns into offense, and Laconia is leading by 11. It was just 7 about 15 seconds ago. A timeout on the court, and we'll take another break, and we will be back in 1 minute with more girls basketball on RadioPlusInfo.com.
If you're looking for a job where you play an important role in your company and work in a supportive team environment, join Spectrum today. As a customer service representative, you'll represent the nation's fastest growing TV, internet, and voice company and help bring Spectrum services to the communities we serve. We offer a competitive salary, best-in-class benefits, complimentary services, paid training, and excellent opportunities for growth and advancement. Interested? Go to jobs.spectrum.com today.
At Summit Automotive, we treat you like family.
We're right here off Highway 41 in Fond du Lac.
And we have one of the largest selections of vehicles.
That's right, over 400 to choose from.
At Summit Automotive.
New Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams.
And one of the largest used car and truck selections.
That means you can drive one home today.
We'll give you our best deal.
Our best value.
You have our word on it.
Come see us. We'll go
the extra mile for you.
At Summit Automotive, Fond du Lac.
Welcome back to Laconia High School. 28-17, what a great defensive run here by the Laconia Spartans, taking an 11-point lead. Shot up now by Cleveter, comes up short on the 15-footer. Ball chased down to the corner, and Berlin comes up with it. Back out on top, three-pointer on the way now from Beltran. Back of the rim, no good, and Wirtz gets the rebound for the Laconia Spartans. Under 14 to play in the game, 28-17, favor of Laconia. Dins gets cut off along the baseline. Roddy goes cross court over to Otto, pulls up, and just laid up there, but that one no good, and Dins just rips the rebound right away from the Berlin player. Look inside into Grotti, turns around about a 7-8 footer, but she gets fouled on the shot, and she'll go to the free throw line now to shoot 2 for the Laconia Spartans. Central Well and Pump Services of Brandon, one of our proud sponsors of Laconia Athletics, providing outstanding well inspections, installations, repairs, and more for the area counties for over 30 years. Their pump installers have a combined 50 years experience. First free throw, no good. Call Central Well and Pump Services to set up a free estimate on their pump installation at 920-346-5114. Count on their knowledgeable technicians to provide 24/7 services even on weekends and holidays. Central Well and Pump Services, a proud sponsor of Laconia Athletics, and proud that free throw went in for Grotti. And the Spartans, they wish them good luck in the postseason. Grotti gets the next free throw to go, and 12-point lead for the Berlin Indians, and breaking up that pass down the court was Renz. Then it goes off the fingertips of Cara Block and out of bounds. It is Laconia basketball. Another turnover for the Berlin Indians. 29-17 with 13:27 left. My last update from the Waupun Lady Warrior basketball game against Mayville. They're leading 50-30 with 10 minutes left in that ball game. That was about 2 minutes ago I got that update. I think recently from Randolph High School where the Lady Rockets are taking on Argyle. So it's almost like a soccer match over there. A lot of flopping going on in that match over at Randolph High School. We'll drive to the basket, block within about her third or fourth block of the ball game. Lives up to her name. And Wirtz is going to get called for a foul reaching in on Naparella. She kind of turned around to look up the court, and Wirtz will pick up maybe her third foul of the ball game. And that is her third. She's a good spark plug out there. A lot of good things out there, and knows how to move without the ball. Gets herself open underneath the basket. She's had some steals where she went in and scored after that. Otto knocks a pass away, and that goes flying in. She kind of gets nervous. I was going to hit one of the kids that weren't paying attention to the game down in the corner off the court, but didn't hit anybody. They were all right. 13:06 left in the game, 29-17. The lead for Laconia. Into Naparella, and then she throws it cross court over to Beltran, but throws it too far in front of her, too low. Goes off her fingertips and out of bounds. It'll be Laconia basketball. I don't keep track of the stats as far as turnovers. I do games by myself, but Berlin has got a lot of them, and that's all because of that great defense that the Laconia Spartans put on the teams that they play. 29-17 the lead now for Laconia. Starting to look like it could be matchup between Laconia and Waupun next week. Three-pointer on the way up, and it is good for Laconia's Lexi Schmidt. Her 5th point of the ball game puts Laconia up by 15, 32-17. Beltran, ball gets knocked away in the double team, and Otto comes up with it. Renz passing the ball over to Dins. And she's going to clear it out. Smith's going to put up another shot and another three-pointer for Lexi Schmidt. 2 in a row and a timeout taken. And we're going to take a minute timeout. Back in just 1 minute with more girls basketball on RadioPlusInfo.com.
Taco Bell invites you to a world immersed in unexpected wonders. A place where you'll find all your Taco Bell favorites in one amazing $5 box. With a beefy burrito, crunchy taco, Chalupa Supreme, and more. No, you're not in some alternate Chalupa-verse. You're experiencing the $5 Chalupa Cravings Box from Taco Bell's new Cravings Value Menu. Value beyond belief.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Homan family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
And welcome back to Laconia High School. Timeout taken by Berlin coach Joe Brandel. I want to thank some of our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Home and Auto Sales. Also Generations Lanes of El Dorado. And a lot of action here with the defense from Laconia as they're going to take the ball away. Looks like they're getting ready to take the ball away, but they're going to get bailed out. Berlin is. Foul called on Laconia reaching in. Aggressive defense. You're going to pick up those fouls once in a while, but you can't fault them for the great defense they're playing. Also thanks to Tower View Villa of Rosendale, Brandon Meats and Sausages, Redeker Dairy Equipment of Brandon, J&J Trucking of Brandon, FloorQuest, and the Nolan Insurance Agency, proud sponsors of Laconia Sports. And ball taken away again. Here goes Grotti with the right hand on the left side of the basket and puts it in. She's now got 10 points in the game. Nice steal again. Some more offense off from defense for Laconia. And another ball is going to get just tossed straight out of bounds. Berlin just doesn't know where to go with the basketball. Other sponsors making this broadcast possible: Taco Bell, Summit Automotive, Cornelli's, Holiday, Kelly Doyle Family Dentistry, Flying By You Drone Services, also BCI Burke, the Lev Insurance Group, Everson and Gibbs, National Exchange Bank, Hoppers, Spectrum Call Center, Anders Auto, Camera Casino, and Optivision. Thanks to all those sponsors for supporting our broadcast here on RadioPlusInfo.com and supporting tonight the Laconia Spartans. So 37-17, just like that, up by 20 points. Berlin was kind of hanging around there for a while till about maybe 4 or 5 minutes left. There goes Dins to the basket trying to get her first points of the ball game, but comes up a little too strong on that shot off the backboard. But 11.5 left and counting down in the game. Black has it, tries to get it inside, gets tipped, but in the hands eventually of Bartle underneath, gets blocked by Grotti. She comes up with the basketball, and she's bringing it up the other way for Laconia. 20-point lead, 37-17, just like that by Laconia, all coming up from that tenacious defense. They just kind of wear teams down. That's what Chris Morgan said before the game. Just kind of wear teams down after a while. Nice pass by Dins inside, but the shot gets blocked on the shot by Schmidt. Jadarski with a block and the basketball now going in strong on the right side, and Dins will pick up a foul. And she comes in, tries to swat it out of there. Foul on Alyssa Dins. And 2 free throws for Maya Jadarski, looking for her first points of the game. She's their lead scorer for the Berlin Indians, and she has not scored in this ball game. And we're sitting down to under 11 minutes left in the game. Back to the rim, no good. That shows you just how great the defense is by the Laconia Spartans. Coming in the ball game now for Laconia is instant offense, Abby Luzak. She came in yesterday, shot 4 threes, made 2 of 4 threes. She maybe made a shot inside, but she was not afraid to shoot when she gets in. Finally, Jadarski gets in the scorebook. She's got a point. The Randolph Lady Rockets leading 45-37 with 11:18 left in their ball game over in Randolph against Argyle. That's a Regional Division 5 championship game. Little look inside to Luzak, a little pump fake, and Also, she's an unbelievable softball player. Got to see her play over the years. Abby Luzak, a senior now. Oh, this year's went fast. I remember her as the freshman on the team and during that 4-year run, or 3-year run that they had state champions in softball. Three-pointer on the way, and that's no good by Jadarski. Long rebound in the hands of Block. Passes it down in the right corner to Nigberg. Clears out, gets it back in top over to Jadarski. 10-15 left in the game. They get to Block inside off her fingertips. Has to chase it down in the corner. And Jadarski will take a top of the key, dribbles off to her left, and three-pointer on the way now by Sternitsky. That one misses everything. Ball saved and chased down by Block of the Indians. Now Nigbert with a three-point shot from the right corner. That one no good. It goes off from the Laconia Spartans and out of bounds. It will be Berlin basketball. It's always a frenetic pace out there when you've got the Laconia Spartans, the defense they play, and that'll be a thing that'll carry them deep, maybe all the way to the state tournament. This on the front of the rim, no good. A long rebound in the hands of Lexi Smith going the other way with it. Pulls up by the top of the key, spins around, and then she ends up getting, she's going to get fouled on the floor by Jadarski. Kind of got it knocked out of her hands by the top of the key, and she's going to kind of hold up and give it to somebody else, and she kind of got spun around and turns around, goes to the basket, and gets fouled on the floor. No foul trouble for Berlin. It's just their second team foul of the half. Renz has it down in the corner, dribbles out of the left corner, back out on top. Roddy has it near half court. Now they can kind of run some clock off right now and let Berlin stay in that zone. They almost are forced to have to come out if they want any chance of coming back in the game. Wow, a rare steal there for Berlin. Coming up with it is Jadarski picking the pocket of Beatty, and Jadarski goes up, gets fouled, misses the shot, but she'll be shooting 2 more free throws where she is 1 for 2 from the line. She's a 78% free throw shooter on the season. Both teams bring a lot of replacements out there right now. Looks like Wirtz is ready to come in along with Dins and Otto. Waiting to check in the ball game. Back of the rim, no good for Jadarski. And coming in for the Indians is Mari Beltran along with Naparella. And also Emily Claviter coming out for the Indians. So 3 players for either team coming out. Some fresh legs for both of their teams. Another free throw for Jadarski, and that one rims out no good. Only 1 for 3 or 4 in the game for a 78% free throw shooter. That's what the defense, it just kind of gets in your head a little bit, and it makes it even what you're used to doing very good at, like a chore. Renz has it by the free throw line, gets it back over to Wirtz, down to Otto along the right side, gets cut off by Block, and puts it up and gets it to go. Difficult shot. Her body is kind of her shoulder facing towards the basket, about 5 feet out. A little contact. Just flings it up towards the basket, puts it in, and gets fouled. And to the line to shoot 1 will be Kiera Otto, where she's 1 for 1 in the game. Just that bank shot she had in the first half. Free throw is up. And didn't need the backboard on that one. Nothing but net. Now with 10 points in the game is Otto. 40-18. Laconia just systematically pulling away here from the Berlin Indians to end their season. And Dins steals one at the half court, going in for a lay-in on the right side, puts it off the glass and in. Nice steal there, and rewarding yourself with a lay-in. Alyssa Dins, her first points of the game, and there's another player. And so many players for Laconia. Dins again steals the ball, throws it up this time to Otto's way up the court. No one's going to catch her, and right now Laconia running the Berlin Indians off the court. 44-18. I thought this was going to end up being about a 15-point win for Laconia, but their defense is just finally worn down the Berlin Indians. Three-pointer on the way now, chucked up by Beltran, no good. Dins with a rebound, and looking around, kind of stumbling a little bit, but does get the ball over to Renz. Passes right side over to Alexi Smith, and that one gets swatted out of bounds from behind by Claviter, but it'll remain Laconia basketball. Jenna Sternitsky coming in the ball game now for Berlin. Sitting down will be Jadarski. 44-18 with 8:10 left in the game in favor of Laconia. And it looks like it's going to be a Laconia-Waupun matchup right here in this gym coming up next week, Thursday. We'll have that somewhere in our network of stations for Radio Plus. Hopefully we'll have the stream team and everything there for that game too. But that's coming up next week, Thursday. Three-pointer from the right corner. That one is short by Smith. Comes right back to her, though. She's got the ball and gets it out on top over to Dins. Waupun leading 58-36 in their ball game with 3:06 left. And a foul called near top of the key. on the Berlin Indians, and that one's going to be called on Emily Klavitter. Actually going to call that one on Naparella. That's her. She's fouled out of the ball game. She's probably happy to sit down now after the way things have been going here. And Naparella out. Just a junior. She'll be back next year. Inbounds pass to Dins. Gets it over to Smith along the right corner. Back on top to Dins. Wirtz has it down to the corner. And about 7, 8 players that they get on the court for the Laconia Spartans during crunch time. Three-pointer by Otto is no good. Then it goes off the fingertips of a block and out of bounds. With 7:36 left in the game. 44-18 favor of the Laconia Spartans. Wirtz will inbound the ball and gets that out of top over to Alyssa Dins. Back over to Otto. And Wren's thought about a three-point shot, but hey, why not run a little more clock off? Under 7.5 to play in the game. Ball passed down to the corner over to Smith. Back on top over to Otto. From Central Welland Pump Services of Brandon, one of our proud sponsors. Just as I bring that up, and then Lexi Smith just gets knocked hard to the floor. But she's all right. Popped right back up. Looked worse than what it was, but Central Well and Pump Services of Brandon, providing outstanding well inspections, installations, repairs, and more for the area counties for over 30 years. Their pump installers have a combined 50 years experience. Call Central Well and Pump Services to set up an estimate on their pump installation at 920-346-5114. And it's a long three-point shot by Renz, and she gets it to go. Nice shot by Haley Renz. Second three-pointer of the ballgame, her first points of the second half. Count on Central Well and Pump and their knowledgeable technicians to provide 24/7 services on weekends and holidays. Central Well and Pump supports Laconia Athletics and wishes Spartans good luck, and they don't need it here tonight. Defense has taken over for the Spartans, and Otto steals the ball and goes the other way with it and lays it in. And now 49-18 the lead for the Laconia Spartans over Berlin. Ending their season here tonight. Dins breaks up a pass. Ball is finally picked up by Smith, going in on the right side, puts it up and puts it in. Got the steal and rewards herself with a lay-in. So we've got a timeout on the court, and I'll be back in a minute with more girls basketball on RadioPlusInfo.com.
Generations Lanes in downtown El Dorado is a proud sponsor of the Laconia girls basketball team in their quest for a gold ball. Open daily at 11 a.m. Great food with a full menu available anytime. More than just bowling, including horseshoe, volleyball, and fishing leagues. Great for anniversary, birthday, and retirement parties. All at great prices. Lower than most around the area. Generations Lanes of downtown El Dorado. Good luck, Laconia, in your game today. Tower View Villa is a proud sponsor of the Laconia ladies in their game today. Tower View Villa Assisted Living is at 401 North Grant Street in Rosendale. Call 872-2550. That's 872-2550. Tower View Villa provides superior quality of life in a safe, secure, warm home-like setting. Tower View Villa is also now hiring CNAs and caregivers. Apply today. Again, they're hiring. Tower View Villa of Rosendale.
We're back at Laconia High School. Steve Witterhack with you on RadioPlusInfo.com. There goes my sheet by. I'm going to bring that back up. Thank you. There's my bracket. Got it memorized anyway right now. Not much to memorize. Well, Pond won their ball game. Their final score is 62-45 over Mayville. They will be playing right here against Laconia coming up next week, Thursday at 7 o'clock for the sectional semifinal. And we will have that game for you somewhere along our Radio Plus network. Dins again with another steal. She is just great at timing those long arms and just timing herself and getting in the passing lanes. And just a great job. Probably leads the team, her and Otto, and you can name quite a few people. But Dins really has impressed me with her ability to break up a lot of passes and steal the basketball over the last couple of games yesterday and today. 51-18 in favor of the Laconia Spartans. Ball down to the corner. Ball on the way now by Beatty. That one is no good. Weak side rebound in the hands of the Berlin Indians. Natalie Nigber passes the ball over to Kara Block. Block doesn't look a lot for her offense. She's a pretty good player out there defensively, but ball gets blocked on a three-point attempt, and Laconia comes up with it again. Grotti with it. Gets it over to Otto along the left side. Inside to Dins, and looks like she gets fouled on her way to the basket, and be a free throw one way or the other for Alyssa Dins. Either the 7th foul, which will give bonus, or it's a 2-shot foul, shooting foul. One way or another, she'll be shooting. She's all set up by the free throw line. Kiera Otto's going to sit out right now. Coming in is Faith Weed. Also sitting down is Harper Wirtz, and coming in for her is Brooke Smith. So Alyssa Dins at the free throw line, and that is nothing but net. Front end of a bonus on that one, and gets it to go. Now with only 3 points in the ball game, but she makes her presence known in so many other ways, especially defensively. Yeah, finds her teammates open for some nice shots too, but didn't touch the rim on either one of those. Made both free throws. 53-18 now the lead for Laconia with 5:30 and counting down. Judarski in the game. Yeah, a lot of their starters out there. Mari Beltran. Judarski has it again. Look inside over to block. Has it down in the corner, and right now ball's loose again, and Laconia is going to come up with it. Now going to call a tie-up, and possession arrow pointing towards Laconia. It's the first one we had. We had quite a few of those last night, but it might be the first actual tie-up of the basketball with the alternating possession arrow the whole night. And Laconia coming up with it as Berlin had the ball first to start the half. Ball passed out on top over to Luzak. Now in the hands of Jen Beatty. Randolph leading 50-40 with 6 minutes left in their ball game. They got a ways to go in their game too. Waupun game already done. Nice victory, 62-45 over Mayville. They're up by over 20 points a lot of the ball game, especially in the beginning of the second half. Luzak spots up 3-point shot on the way off the backboard and in for Abby Luzak. She's got a quick trigger finger out there, and she goes up and just launches it right away off the glass and in for her. And she's in the scorebooks now, and Laconia now leading 56-18. Under 4.5 to play. Thanks to our many sponsors again, Home and Auto Sales, Generations Lanes of El Dorado. Long shot, no good, and putting it up is Claviter on the rebound and goes right to the rack with it, gets her 8th point. Also Redeker Dairy Equipment of Brandon, Brandon Meats and Sausages, J&J Trucking of Brandon, FloorQuest, and the Nolan Insurance Agency. A few of our many sponsors supporting the Laconia Spartans Athletics. And they're a perfect team on the season. They're going to go to 24-0. And right now their mission is just to get to the state tournament. They came up a game short last year, losing to St. Thomas More by 13 points. And right now they've been the number 1 ranked team most of the season. Luzak again turns around, spots up 3-pointer, no good. Not afraid to shoot the basketball. Getting the rebound is Claviter taking it up the other way. 3.5 minutes left and counting down in the ball game. Beltran with it, passes it down to the left corner over to Nigbur. Cross-court pass back out on top. Beltran launches up a 3-point shot. Back of the rim, no good. Grotti tries to haul it in, but gets tapped out from behind by Claviter, and it'll be Laconia basketball. A couple more replacement players coming in. Allison Grawl for the Laconia Spartans. Also coming in is Keena Madigan, 5'7" junior. Good applause for Grotti, who had a great game out there, and also her teammate Jen Beatty. Good to see the area teams there winning, though. The Waupun Lady Warriors, Laconia Spartans with a win here tonight. Now just got to get the Randolph Lady Rockets. And we're just talking girls basketball so far. We've got a team I expect to get to the state tournament. I really expect kind of to win everything. The Waupun Warrior boys basketball team could very well be playing Laconia coming up next week, Friday, in a regional semifinal. Waupun gets a bye, and Laconia has to play the first night next week, Tuesday. And if they should win, they'll have a rematch of their earlier matchup. Waupun won by 19 over at Waupun High School. They were up by 19 at halftime. They played even in the second half. Down to 2:40 and counting down in the ball game. Berlin with the ball, but again, impressive. It took a little while to kick in. I mean, defense was always there, but it really started turning into points about halfway through this second half of play. Some frustration by Chris Morgan once in a while with the team until they finally started doing what they've been doing all season. That's just getting you out of your game, getting some steals, turning that into offense on the other end, and just taking a team right out of it and demoralizing them. And that's what they did. Ball knocked loose now by Allison Grawl, and she's going to go into the right side. A little hard off the glass, though. That's no good, and her teammate goes in and grabs the rebound. Madigan gets it. Another long shot again. by Luzak. Misses it, and underneath they're going to find all alone Brooke Smith. A nice pass from her teammate Faith Weed, finding her underneath there, and Smith gets her first point. Now a 58-20 lead for Laconia Spartans, and more players getting ready to check in with 1:40 and counting down in the ball game. And we'll have all those games. We'll be watching Laconia the rest of their run and trying to get back to that state tournament. The Waupun Lady Warriors. Of course, one of those teams will be eliminated coming up next week as they play each other right here in this gym. Someplace, one of our stations, probably 93.7 FM and 103.3 FM, they'll have the game. And hopefully online, too, we'll have the stream team there for that ball game. Huge game. Be well attended. This will be a packed gym, I can guarantee it. It's not packed tonight, but it will be next week with Waupun and Laconia and all the tie-ins they have between the two communities. Three-pointer up now by Nigbur is no good. And ball knocked out of bounds by the Spartans. We're down to 1:25 left with 58-20 lead for Laconia. Like I said, those boys teams around the area, the Waupun Warriors, it's going to be a great ride. I'll be doing all of their games in the postseason. Randolph Rockets boys team will be keeping an eye on them as they are perfect on the season and ranked number 1 in Division 5. They are 22-0. We'll see if they're the real deal coming up. They're a pretty nice squad with a town with a great basketball tradition. 10 state championships there at Randolph High School. And we'll be doing the CWC boys basketball game coming up next week, Tuesday. 93.7 FM and 103.3 FM as they play over at Monticello. Another steal for Grawl, and loses the ball on the way to the basket. It's taken away by Violet Lewick. And she's bringing it up, looks down to her teammate, down to Bartle underneath, and that one is no good. Lewick gets the ball back, misses it. Well, she does get the putback shot and gets it to go. Her first point, 5'10 freshman. And for another 3 years here at Berlin. Down to 52 seconds left, and I tell you, every time like yesterday in that North Fond du Lac game was well in hand by Laconia, but no matter who came in the ball game for Laconia, they just have their motor running. That's how I'm sure they run their practices, just running full out at each other. And when they get out in the court and finally get a chance chomping at the bit to get in the ball game, they're going to make use of their minutes when they get in here. This one is missed on the shot by Grawl. Missed the rim too, so it'll be Berlin basketball with 50 seconds left. So we're down to 45 seconds and counting down. 58-22 the lead for Laconia. And a foul, reach-in foul again by the Spartans with 41 seconds left. And we'll take a little break after the game and have an opportunity to add up all my my point stats. That's one stats I do. I'm not like George Ballman, who's like Mr. Numbers. You know, he was a banker there for a while too, besides the station owner. And he's the one that did the girls basketball game on our stations. 93.7 FM and 103.3 FM. Drive coming in on the right side, and that one is no good. And got those replacement players come in, and Chris Morgan says, let them play. They've been sitting here watching the game, and they work hard in practice. They deserve their moment in the sun, and that was Kenna Freiberg to the basket. 5'5 junior gets fouled on her way to the basket, and she gets 2 free throws to get herself in the scorebook. Free throws up and good. Kept herself loose while she was sitting on the bench, obviously. Used her legs there. Everything was perfect on that throw. Got it to go. 59-22. Trying to get Laconia's 60th point right now from the free throw line. A little too strong. High off the glass and almost drops back in, but no good. Berlin with the basketball down to 30 seconds left. And the Laconia Spartans will be playing right here in this gym. 7 o'clock coming up on Thursday to take on the Waupun Lady Warriors. 62-45 winners over Mayville at Waupun High School tonight. Little pass inside, and that's good. Nice little feed to the freshman inside, and she's making use of her minutes in here. 4 points in the game for her, a 5'10 freshman. Down to 15 seconds left. Another player right to the basket, and missing everything but getting her chance, Keena Madigan. Down to 7 seconds left. Laconia not backing off, and Berlin just going to keep on chucking shots up too. And second shot no good by Berlin, and your final score is 59-24 in favor of the Laconia Spartans. I'm going to take a break and come back to talk a little bit about this game, bring you some stats right after this on RadioPlusInfo.com.
Shop these and more great deals at Brandon Meats and Sausages all this week. Their very own award-winning bacon at $5.39 per pound. The lean and tender beef stew meat, perfect this time of the year, for $4.29 per pound. Their very own homemade mock chicken legs, $2.49 per pound. Their spring training starts soon. Ballpark brats at $1.99 per pound. Lemon pepper marinated haddock gets delicious at $5.99 per pound. And all varieties of 1 pound Alto cheese, $4.79 each. These and more great deals at Brandon Meats.
Redeker Dairy Equipment of Brandon is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Redeker Dairy is the farmer's place to shop for De La Valle and Germani milking equipment and livestock systems. Carrying a variety of agromatic equipment, they can supply you with the best. Call 346-5576, 346-5576 for Redeker Dairy Equipment of Brandon. They're happy to sponsor Laconia Athletics and wish the team well in their game today.
Good luck, ladies, from J&J Trucking of Brandon. They're proud sponsors of high school sports, milk transport and farm pickup, drop decks, flatbeds and vans, and more. Need a delivery? J&J Trucking will take care of you. J&J Trucking of Brandon. Call 920-346-2367. 920-346-2367. Locally owned and operated by John and Judy Hutter.
Quality service savings every day. That's what you've come to expect from us at FloorQuest, your flooring and cabinetry destination. We've always provided the best quality flooring and cabinetry for your home, and now our inspired cabinetry and flooring products are doing that more than ever before. Get inspired today and save. In stock, expanded selection, everyday low pricing, along with interior design help and professional installation means the best is in store for you at FloorQuest, Washburn Street in Oshkosh, Rolling Meadows Drive, Fond du Lac.
Nolan Insurance of Brandon is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Nolan Insurance is committed to finding you the best insurance coverage at the most competitive rates. Whether it's home, auto, business, farm, crop, health, or life insurance, Nolan Insurance Agency has complete coverage and the personalized service you deserve. Nolan Insurance, 112 East Main Street, Brandon. Good luck, Laconia, and go Spartans.
And we're back at Laconia High School, and a little news that we had during the break that we had by Jeff Thomas, the athletic director for Laconia. Laconia wins here tonight 59-24, and of course they'll be playing the Waupun Lady Warriors, who won their game 62-45 over Waupun High School. The preset destination was for Laconia to host the game coming up next week, but now he made an announcement saying site to be determined next week. And he said that you can't have a team, which I know they have in the past all the time, if it's a preset destination in sectionals, and if your team happens to be there, you get to play at your home court. But he said, no, you can't have a home team. Maybe that's something they just changed, or maybe the venue might not be big enough, as there's a lot of familiarity between these two communities, and might be too small a venue to house the big game coming up next week, a sectional semifinal between the two communities. Very close, and have a lot of tie-ins with families and friends, and so we'll let you know about that coming up. But one way or another, we will have that game for you on one of our stations, probably for sure on 103.3 FM and 93.7 FM. The Waupun taking on Laconia girls basketball game for a sectional semifinal. And your final score here, 59-24. Laconia coming out on top. All defense, man, just a smothering defense by the Laconia Spartans. It took a little while for it to really kick in, but after a few very vocal timeouts by Chris Morgan, he got his team to really start converting the defense into offense, and they just took off and just destroyed Berlin after that. Let's take a look at scoring in the ball game. 14 points for Kiara Otto. Kind of a quiet 14 points. Got a lot of those towards the end of her playing time. 10 points for Macy Grotti. 8 points for Harper Wirtz. 7 points for Haley Renz. 3 points for Abby Luzak. 1 point for Kenna Freiberg. 4 points for Alyssa Dins, and 2 points for Brooke Smith. For the Berlin Indians, they were led by Emily Klaviter with 8 points, 5 points for Kara Black. Their scoring leader, Maya Jadarski, only with 1 point in the ball game. 1 point for Jenna Sternitsky, 4 points for Violet Lewick, and 2 for Maddie Naparella. And that was the scoring here in this ball game. So again, an impressive victory. 24-0 on the season are the Laconia Spartans. Moving on now to the sectional semifinal against the Waupun Warriors, and a site to be determined next week, Thursday at 7 o'clock. We'll have that within our Radio Plus company somewhere. So be listening to our radio stations, and we'll find out where we'll have that game for you. It's going to be an exciting game with those two teams going at it. And Waupun really playing some pretty good ball as of late. Want to thank our sponsors, Home and Auto Sales, Generation Lanes of El Dorado, Tower View Villa of Rosendale, Brandon Meats and Sausages, Redeker Dairy Equipment of Brandon, also Central Well and Pump Services of Brandon, FloorQuest, and Olin Insurance Agency, all big sponsors of Laconia Sports. We want to thank them for making these broadcasts possible. I want to thank the Stream team for being here, bringing you this on video here tonight. And we look forward to talking to you coming up next week, Thursday. Probably George Bauman will be bringing you that game on the radio, hopefully on video too, right here in our Radio Plus family. Been watching girls basketball action on RadioPlusInfo.com. Have a great night.
Question: I want to get health insurance. What do I do? This is a common question that everyone will most undoubtedly ask at one point in his or her life. To find the answers, we looked at the average user's experience and came up with 4 tried and true, easy to follow steps. Step 1. Enter info into hundreds of websites. Step 2. Make numerous phone calls that ultimately get you nowhere. Step 3. Become insanely frustrated. Step 4. Try not to cry. Sound familiar? Like so many other Americans, this is what the average person is accustomed to. However, if you had called the Leb Insurance Group, where we genuinely listen to your needs, walk you through every step of the way, and offer options uniquely tailored to you, then you really didn't need to do steps 1 through 4. So, who is the Leb Insurance Group, you ask? Quite simply, we are a group of insurance enthusiasts that help you navigate through the complexities of the ever-changing landscape of healthcare plans. With that in mind, let's go back to the original question. I want to get health insurance. What do I do? Step 1. Call the Leb Insurance Group. That's it. We will assign you a dedicated agent who will help you sift through all the confusing insurance lingo and offer options uniquely tailored to you. Even if you have questions later on, you can always call your dedicated agent. Best of all, it won't cost you extra to use our services, but it could cost you a fortune not to. The Leb Insurance Group. Healthcare simplified.